Hey everybody, how's it going? Coming to you live from my Framework webcam. So sometimes I make a mistake in life, and instead of reading through news, I'll read through the front page of Reddit. And this can be very bad and damaging to your brain. I would highly suggest you not do it. It's almost as bad as reading through Twitter. And today I came across a thread in 2XChromosones. Now, very often when I see something pop up from 2XChromosones, I'll read it. Just I get an idea of the woman's perspective on things. But what I've been finding more and more over the past maybe 9 months is that I'll read something from this group and I won't be able to tell if it is a real post or not. And today took the cake for me. So I'm going to read this and give you an idea of what I think when it's done. Update. My fiance told me he wanted me to be more submissive like when we first met. I wanted to thank everyone. Okay, not this. Our views are too incompatible. I feel like we are living separate lives at the moment, and I don't feel like either of us respects the other. He doesn't understand why I'm upset over him wanting me to be athletic and friendly to him. I'm not fat. I weigh 130 pounds, and I feel like I'm nice to people who are nice to me. I just don't enjoy working out, nor do I enjoy being around people who I feel are disrespectful to me. He then started talking about abortion and how I'm okay with murder, and don't believe in science or facts because I believe a woman should get to make the choice, regardless of how far along she is. He told me I can never come back to him. I'm scared. I'm alone for the first time in almost 8 years. I'm about to be 29, and I can't stop thinking of him telling me I'm going to die alone because of my attitude. No kids to speak of, and no real plan in place. Wish me luck. I'm probably going to need it. Now, I'm going to read my post, which is no longer there because I have been permanently banned from participating in r/2xchromosomes. So I'm going to read that and then give you my thoughts, which again are obviously in here. So what I said was, I can understand how a disagreement on abortion can hurt a relationship, but the idea that it's bad to want your partner to be friendly to you or be in shape is beyond me, and gives me a great sense of appreciation for my past relationships, where these very basic asks were actually implied as a part of our duty and responsibility to one another, rather than something bad. Being friendly to my partner and trying to stay in shape so that I am appealing to them both physically and emotionally is part of the bare minimum of what I think I am supposed to do for the person I am with. As a man, if my response to my female partner suggesting that I be friendly to her and be in shape or being mad, I would fully expect for her to walk out the door and tell me she expects me to die alone, if these really basic tasks were seen as a burden. Honestly, I would consider it a failure personally if my partner even felt like they had to ask for something, like being friendly. I really can't tell if this is a troll or a real post, to be honest with you. Like, this entire idea that being in shape and friendly is actually a reason to be mad at your partner for having these basic expectations makes me want to go back to every one of my exes, give them a giant hug, and tell them how appreciative I am of their behavior and demeanor towards me, because that was never something I had to say out loud or ask for. If this is dating in 2022, we are all fucked. And I stand behind what I said here. Now, there's a few things that I think are important to go over. The reason I really focus on the friendliness angle rather than the abortion disagreement, two reasons. Firstly, this starts out, again, it doesn't start out with the whole abortion debate or argument, and that's admitted to be later. He doesn't understand why I'm upset over him wanting me to be athletic or friendly. In a relationship of any type, being friendly to the person that you are in the relationship with is usually not something that you have to ask for. It's usually implied. It's usually part of the duty and the responsibility. And it's honestly, part of it is just part of being a good person. Even with the relationships I've had that didn't work because of our incompatibilities in other areas, I have never had to sit my partner down and say, would it be possible for you to be nice to me? Would it be possible for you to be friendly to me? Nor have my partners had to sit me down and say, will you please be nice to me? Can you please be friendly to me? It was just kind of implied. Like, that's just part of basic human effing decency. And again, the athletic thing. Like, I exercise for myself. I want to be in better shape. I have a family history of people having heart attacks in their 40s, bad joints, all different types of things. And admittedly, I just like looking better in the mirror. I'll be honest with you. But part of that is also that I want to be in better shape for my partner, out of respect not just to myself, but to signal to them that I respect myself and to also show respect for them. If I start going out with somebody and then I stop working out altogether, that sends the message that I don't really have to be in shape. I don't really have to, keep myself in shape because I already have you, which is just kind of this, it's a nasty message to send, and it's not the message I would want to send to my partner. The idea that asking somebody, would it be possible for you to be nice and in shape, is something that would upset somebody, just literally breaks my brain. Now, moving on to the abortion thing. I can completely understand if you do not wish to be friendly to somebody who has a different view on you when it comes to abortion. By all means, decide that you're not going to be friendly to somebody in a relationship or in a relationship with them at all if they disagree with you on a major political issue. I have no problem with that, even if your views vastly diverge from mine. That's fine. We don't have to go out. I have met people that are way more left-wing than me when it comes to abortion, and I've met people that are way more right-wing than me when it comes to abortion, and at this point in time, I am not going out with either of them. That is our prerogative. There's two things weird here. A, we're talking about the word fiance, and B, I'm alone for the first time in almost 8 years. I imagine that they are, it sounds like they're living together or something, at least from the way this post is written. How do you get to a point of being engaged to somebody without knowing their political views? Now, I know that some of my views I've expressed on this channel seem a little radical. One of the things that I've said is I like getting the shit out of the way on the first date. If there's not time on the first date, maybe on the second date. That'll be when we get all of this stuff out of the way. I believe in truth and honesty in advertising. If I'm going to purchase a vehicle, I want to know everything about that vehicle. I don't show up at the dealership and pretend to care about the fake plant they have in the front. And if I'm going out with somebody and I'm vetting them for marriage, relationship, having children, spending the rest of my life with them, and there are particular issues that are really important to me, you bet your ass I'm going to ask about those to see if I'm wasting my time. Now, this seems radical. Again, you're bringing up politics on date 1 or date 2. That's too soon. 8 years in, like really? Like this is a really hot button issue. This really matters. This is important to you. And you're going to not ask about it or sort it out before you're engaged? That's crazy to me. The idea that you can move in with somebody, the idea that you could even be together for 6 months, much less 8 years, much less get engaged, when you have a vast disagreement on a serious hot-button political issue regarding your own body. Really? This is crazy. And honestly, the first thing that I thought, I had two thoughts with this post. The first thought was, I'm not kidding. I literally, besides one or two, I would want to go back to every single woman that I had ever been in a relationship with and just give them a giant hug and say, again, for all of our disagreements, for all of our incompatibilities, for all of your issues or my issues that kept us from being able to turn this into a long-term thing, thank you for never forcing me to look at you and go, ma'am, could you just be friendly to me, please? Like, thank you for never doing that. And I hope that I never made you feel that way either, because I have never had a woman look at me and say, Louis, would it be possible for you to just be in shape? Would it be possible for you to just be nice to me? Thank you for that. And the second thing that I thought is, this can't be real. This has to be a shitpost. But it's not. It's not a shitpost. This has 15,000 upvotes at the time of me doing this video and is on the front page of Reddit. Now, sometimes people have looked and said, listen, Louis, I think your standards are low. Do you have a self-confidence problem? Is something weird? Because when asked what it is that I would look for in a relationship, I have said I would like somebody that is emotionally stable, feminine, supportive, cooperative, kind, and a 4 to 5 out of 10 or higher on the look scale. People will say, like, really, that's it? You don't have any requirements for like education or job or like, political views, this, that, or the other. And usually, admittedly, it's the looks thing that gets them. Like, I can't believe you'd be okay with a 4 or 5 out of that on looks. Like, and one of the things that I remind myself is that this is the modern dating market. This got 15,000 upvotes. It's normal. Okay, and I quote, he doesn't understand why I'm upset over him wanting me to be athletic and friendly to him. He doesn't understand why I'm upset over him wanting me to be friendly to him. I would rather be with somebody in a long-term relationship and marriage that is a 4 out of 10 on the look scale, but understands that one of the base fundamentals of a relationship is we be nice to one another, than be with a young version of Shakira, Hayden Panettiere, or Christy Brinkley, who thinks that it's wrong for me to expect that they be friendly. This honestly kind of sent a chill up my spine. Like, it really did, because this is a popular opinion. This is a popular opinion. And when you look at the divorce rates, when you look at how unhappy people are with relationships right now, when you look at just the entire, this kind of stuff explains it. And to be clear, I want to be 100% clear here. This goes for all genders. This goes for anybody in a relationship. If you are in a relationship, please, please, please do not feel guilty, do not feel wrong, do not feel bad for having the basic expectation, the basic preference and standard that the person you're with do some basic work to be friendly to you, to be kind and nice to you, and also to keep their body in some sort of decent physical shape. It shows respect for them, and it also shows respect for you. These are base level expectations that I hope every woman that I go out with for the rest of my life has for me. I hope that they expect as a base that I try to keep myself in shape and that I am friendly to them. And again, I expect the same in turn, and I also hope that for the rest of my life, it is not something that I ever actually have to have a conversation on. It's not something that I have to measure. I mean, that I have to ask for. And for the love of God, please. I'm not saying that you have to agree with me when it comes to political views and discuss, I don't know, like abortion, immigration, taxation, everything else on the first date. But somewhere between the first date and 8 years in might be a good idea. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I am kind of honestly proud now to have a permaban from 2XChromosones, because now I won't be able to waste my time posting there anymore. I can just, I guess, use my channel as my outlet for the insanity that is a 2022 dating marketplace. That's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.